All right, so we're gonna get the stream synced up real quick. Everyone is playing as
There
Link.
we go.
Boring son of a guns. What are you doing? Show off my sprites. All right, so we got Palace 2 right next to the Northern Palace. That's gonna be hard to miss. Amazing Toaster was trying to check on what was in that forest location, but got a monster counter at the same time.
Trails found Saria.
Yep. The useful end of Saria, so he can get the spell as soon as he finds the mirror underneath the table. Schmitty as well. And RCS is in P-Bag Cave. Could be something much more useful than a P-Bag this time. With the, that's kind of what the randomizer does.
Trails is going to turn in that mirror now, which is somewhat useful.
Oh, spell.
Well, that's rather early.
And early child, too. Stuck in this cave beyond all those small walls. The mysteries of Hyrule.
How does a small child get here and get there?
Across the ocean, mind you.
Oh, I like the little cave in the top right corner. It looks natural, and it just goes right to Death Mountain.
Oh, nice. I like Death Mountain. And Trails is doing some early exploration. Just checking the first couple of entrances to see if what he's looking for is right at the beginning. Wouldn't want to miss something that obvious. Oh, it's good to hear the Allen Athlete, because I like that one. And I saw some dudes playing that game earlier. Really good.
So how many sprites have you done now?
7 or 8, but there's only 2 in the randomizer right now. So you got to do other stuff.
Should I finish my Sands one and?
Oh, go east to find the boots. Yeah, if you make a sprite, I'm sure Dick Shake will put it in. So we know
Absolute terror.
We know that boots are in the east, which is a little unfortunate. It's nice to have early boots. It changes kind of the way the game plays out.
You know, I wonder if any of the 4 of them actually just all selected the regular Link sprite, or if they actually did rando.
No, I'm sure they selected it. Schmitty probably has his troll sprite.
Yeah, that one's obvious.
Yeah. Now, when the hint said that the boots were in the east, what that means is it can be on the water tile. It can be in the 2 caves, the 2 item caves in the east. It can be in the desert location, or it can be in the 2 item locations in New Kasuto. So that's what it means when it's in the east. So it's still fairly easily accessible compared to, say, in a palace or something. So I'm sure they'll be picking up the boots at some point in this race. Hopefully it's required. Those are always fun.
I'm guessing RCS is picking off where Trails left off, just doing a little quick searching.
Alright, Schmitty searching a little further south. Wow, it's all levels right there. Was that a 500-point P-Bag?
I believe it was, yeah.
And another one. It's a lot of swamp. It's very popular in Zelda 2. Zelda 2 randomizer maps always have swamps galore.
That's a nice little dock right there on RCS's screen. It goes to nothing.
Oh, that's perfect. You know, that actually could be that looks like a bridge, but it could be the dock. The way that the maps get generated, that would be interesting.
What, to walk into that and it takes you to Maze Island?
No. That would take you to Eastern Hyrule if you had the raft.
What, through mountains?
It could happen, yeah. Because if that's the top portion of the map, if there's nothing like higher than that, as long as it's like technically on the coast, the eastern coast of Western Hyrule, it could be the dock.
I've never seen a raft through a mountain.
weirder things have happened. You would just go straight right when you jump on there instead of going like through the mountain. But it could happen.
Who knows?
All right, RCS checking the grave south of starting point, just the pass through, which could be required. We'll see. Nice free life drop on Trail's side. Nice to get those, especially when you're weak early on. Oh. RICS taking a death, but he picked up a life right beforehand too. And Trails now has the child, and so does Schmitty. So they're all going to step into Runia, and probably going to pick up Upstab when they're there. But that's still a ways out. Can't get there quite yet. Oh, Amazing Toaster has found a Bagoo. That actually might be required at this point. It's hard to tell. Haven't seen anyone walk south. Maybe that's what RCS did. Yeah, I think you can just walk. I don't think Bagoo is required in this seed, unfortunately.
There's not many items found yet.
No.
Which is starting to scare
just a child. Oh, but RCS has found Medicine Cave, so we got a shot at something.
I'm seeing a lot of keys drop though. That's good.
Yeah, I like it when there's a lot of keys that drop, because you can have racers going into palaces early. I thought Trails checked Death Mountain earlier. Oh yeah, he used Death Mountain as a pass-through. That's cool. It was a pretty easy pass-through to find. RCS finding the hammer. That opens up Spectral Rock to him, as well as any other of the hammer-blocked caves in Western. It's a random number of hammer-blocked caves between 0 and 3. I haven't seen any yet, though.
Schmitty just found the other end of Saria. So it doesn't lead to anything that's blocked off.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think you can just take that pass that Amazing Toaster is going through right now to get... So, nothing exciting there. Unfortunately. I'm always hoping for, like, required Bagoo. That sort of stuff.
Seems like the worst tile to be on is Amazing Toaster.
Alright, Schmitty just reset at one of the palaces. For those who are a little bit newer to the randomizer, a common flag to use is having the palaces as a restart location. So if you die in the palace, you don't go all the way back to Northern Palace. It's a common complaint to Zelda 2. So it's typical for people to play with that on, and they'll just up an A as soon as they get to palaces to refill their lives and health. On the downside, you'd lose all your experience. So
some people might up an A inside of a palace just so they could leave and restore their lives to go adventure.
Yep, exactly.
So it's used strategically.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to like throw away. You wouldn't want to do that right before you gain a level. But some people do. Some people don't care much about experience. Now, that palace that you saw RCS just enter is Palace 4, and it had that invisible Moa flying out in front. It's the only palace like that, so it's very easy to recognize. None of the palaces like have an enemy at the start.
So far, we only really know where Hammer's at.
Yeah, and Trail should be picking up that hammer soon. You know, if they don't find anything exciting, they might actually have to dig Death Mountain. Or I'm willing to bet that a lot of these racers are more likely to want to dig P4 than Death Mountain. So it'll be interesting to see which one wins out. Personally, I would dig Death Mountain because you got 2 chances at an item with a hammer. You can find a Spectral Rock, or you can find the Hammer Cave. But if you search a palace, you're only ever going to find 1 item in there. Oh, he did! Oh, I missed that. In that little cave right there, huh? Nice. Well, I guess there goes Death Mountain.
Rip pepperoni.
It makes me so sad.
Amazing Toaster just found fire.
He tested its shield, isn't it? No. That's his normal color.
I think that was spell.
But he was inside, so there's nothing to actually like test that on.
Yeah, but it didn't do anything. It didn't make him jump higher. It didn't up his health.
Yeah, it could be thunder or life. Oh, did he have? Was his life not full?
It wasn't full, and it didn't give him life.
Well, it could be thunder or reflect. Those ones are kind of hard to tell. All of which pretty good. Ooh. Yep, there's that raft. And Schmitty just picked up a heart container. Now, you know, watching this, you might be thinking that heart container is an exciting find, but all of these racers can beat the game with 4 hearts, no problem. Well, maybe a problem, depending on...
GP's just been sighted on Amazing Toaster's side.
Ooh, and trails, too.
So everyone except Schmitty knows where GP is at the moment.
Oh no! Remember last race?
The one race where
oh.
one person couldn't find GP.
Yeah.
And had everything ready.
I think that was Schmitty. That's not gonna happen this time, though. It's kind of out.
That's happened to you once.
It's happened to me more than once.
I think it'd happen to anybody.
Go east to find the trophies. So we got boots in east, and one of those 6 locations I mentioned earlier. And there's also Trophy East, so there's going to be a lot of good stuff just hanging out in the east. As long as we don't get any more of those 1 heart max rando seeds, it gets worse. There's 1 hit KO, that's worse than 1 heart. Because at least with 1 heart, if you got shield on, you can maybe take a few bops from weaker enemies. Then again, when we play 1-hit KO, we put the enemies on 1-hit KO too, so...
Is there a way to, like, program it so, like, when you go into a room, there's a chance that you be turned into a fairy?
Probably?
Because I think that sounds like fun.
Just like randomly turning into a fairy?
Yes. Add it to the randomizer.
Oof.
With the rooms, with the exception of, like, you know, bosses.
What if you drop into a room with blocks and you can't break them? That'd be great.
Exactly.
I would love that.
I feel like that'd be the worst possible thing that you could add to the rando.
Oh, RCS, see? He got that raft and he said, you know, I don't need this 445 experience. I'm going east. And I mean, with the raft location that close to Northern Palace, that's a good choice. I guess I don't get my Northern Bridge Mountain raft after all.
Fun who?
Fun for who? Let's see. Me, because I'm sadistic.
Aren't we all? I mean, I like playing Ocarina of Time with no hearts.
Yeah. We've actually played 1-hit KOs before. Like 3 times on stream with everyone. That's not so bad.
I've done one off stream. It was terrifying.
Well, it was bad at first. Yeah. Eventually, you inure yourself to the pain.
That and I'm just not great at the combat in this game.
So RCS is checking all these forest locations for two reasons. First of all, it's early in the game, and these forest locations usually will have either a fairy, which is nice to get, or they'll have a pea bag, which is great to get early in the game.
Ooh, Maze Island.
Oh wow, already. Oh, Schmitty. Good stuff.
He also passed the Death Valley tile before going into it. It might have been another pea bag or an actual item, but I don't know why he skipped it.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's so
RCS
often,
is checking it.
Yeah, they're so often red jars. If you don't see anything, it's a red jar. Oh, magic key. Good find for Schmitty. And RCS will find that any moment now. Anyone who doesn't get that is going to be really far behind everyone else. Although, you know what? With the clues these guys have, I kind of think... Well, okay, RCS found the other item now, too. And I'm sure Schmitty's already found it. Oh, sorry, the first item. I kind of think these guys should keep exploring east first because they know that the boots are in east. And boots can really speed up Maze Island. So I kind of
Especially with all the swamp.
Yep. Alright, looks like... Wait, did I just... I thought I saw a tech on Schmitty's screen in the palace. That would be crazy. Crazy bug. No such luck.
Can that happen?
No, which is why I was shocked.
That's what I was saying. I've never seen that either.
I would be amazed. I'd be like, hey, Dig Shake, take a look at this.
Can we get Dig Shake to program that?
I would love Tektites in palaces. I think they'd be a great enemy for palaces. I mean, they'd get stuck everywhere, so that's too bad.
What's the name of the enemy that's only in GP, the gigantic skull?
Oh,
the Greater Demon? Is that what it's called?
I think it's a greater bubble, or a bigger bubble.
Yeah. Why can't we get them in palaces?
Well, it's in a palace, but yeah,
well,
more palaces?
Like, put them in all of them. How about replace all the standard bubbles with just greater bubbles?
Well, I think the greater bubble takes up more of the graphics memory, so you'd have to take out an enemy to do that. But it'd be cool. Alright, so noping out of the palace right now. Definitely understandable. They want to find this other location, this other item location. The large bot that drops on you, I think that'd be great. Everywhere. Especially in the swamps. I can see that being really fun in the swamps. If you don't have downstab, it's just not going to be a good time.
The toads. It's the worst.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, like a frog enemy in the swamp would be cool too. But I guess we already got the bouncy cats.
No, I'm saying bouncy cats in dungeons. I'm sorry, palaces.
Ooh. Yeah, bouncy cats in palaces would be really nice.
Could you imagine lava pits? You know, bouncy cats, Medusa heads.
The Medusa heads and the Panther heads and whatever. Yeah, that'd be great.
In combination. It'd just be like something out of Castlevania.
Yep, that's what I love about Randomizer. You know, when you get those horrible combinations of enemies and something, you know, it's just a nightmare. See, look at all this time, unfortunately, that they're wasting looking through all these different odds and ends
in Maze Island.
If they had, if they'd gone to find the boots first, this would have been so much easier. They could have avoided taking all these encounters. They could have found the item a lot quicker.
Isn't there a chance the boots can be found on Maze Island though?
No, because it said the boots are east.
So it's not Maze. It would have said Maze Island.
Maze. Yeah. And they're not finding it. They've looked everywhere. They both look confused. RCS and Schmitty both look confused. Like, where did I not check? And I'm confused too. I thought they checked everywhere.
That's a nice dead-end bridge on RCS's screen.
What?
He crossed the bridge down right there, that spot,
Uh huh.
and he looked around and there's nothing there. So it's just like a time waster by like 5 seconds.
Oh yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
you'd have to
they're
check it to
looking-
find that second spot.
Yeah, they're looking everywhere. Where is it? I honestly thought they searched everywhere. Is it just that
Maybe.
one place
Even-
north of the palace? Oh no,
Trails
it's.
is stumped.
Oh, you know what it is?
What?
It's between the palace and where Schmitty was just at. So when RCS turns around the bend, well, once he stops getting pummeled in the face by Blue Los Alphos, everyone's in Maze Island right now. I think that's great. RCS, come on. Trail's taking a death too. This is getting a little violent.
This tile's
Oh,
not friendly.
Schmitty. Yeah, it's a heart. Let's see where he is. Oh, it wasn't where I thought it was going to be. Okay.
Oh, that's completely off center.
Yep. But again, if they had the boots, that would have been easy to check.
It was on the
kinda weird.
opposite side of Maze Island. They basically had to go all the way through it. The way Amazing Toaster's going, he's gonna come up on it.
Yeah, and RCS is about to find it too. Once he passes through here.
There it is.
Oh, I hope he doesn't die. He's on his last life, I think. Well, not anymore. He just picked up another one.
That'd be absolutely terrible if they lost all their lives in Maze Island right by the palace and couldn't up an A.
I want to say they make
Upon
it
finding
work
the
for them.
second item, that'd just be awful.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can make a death work for you, like reroute some stuff, but
Go back to a town to deliver something, but it's what they have
Yeah.
right now. There's not. I mean, they go back to find boots, but it's a little late now.
yeah, exactly. Like they haven't found the boots. They haven't found the trophy that they're looking for. They haven't turned in, the child that they have. Oh, RCS is up and in anyway. So, yeah. What palace was it that was in Maze Island? One that none of them wanted to do. I think it was like P3 or 6 probably.
Might have
They
been
don't have
4.
No, 4 was on West.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, they would have done 1. They probably...
Maybe it's 5.
5 only has 1 block, and it's only in one direction.
Trails is just gonna go do P2, I guess. Alright.
Without the glove. I kind of figure, like... I prefer P3 to P2 if you're going to go without the glove, because... I don't know, I just kind of feel like P3 is kinder to you when it's generating its map. I mean, I always feel like there's... Like, P2 always takes me for a ride, you know? But P3 is nice. Maybe it's because they don't have downstab. Oh, but Schmitty is in another item cave. Unless it's the other end of the transport, one of the transport stairs. Trail's taking a little bit of a beating, but his health is holding out.
Trails
Ooh,
is
that's-
on point.
Look at where Schmitty is. Well, you can't, but he's in Naburu. So that cave that he was in was the second half of one of the transports. It wasn't the item cave. And so now he's just going to get one of these free spells. And he's got a nice little coastal town here.
So, do you want to explain the difference between Rauru and Naboro?
Well, Rauru is like a rotund old man from the Temple of Light.
Yeah, okay, I'm talking
Naboro-
about the towns, not the old man.
Oh, gotcha. There's pretty much no difference. Like,
Well,
they're basically the same town.
Naboro has a fountain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the thirsty lady, yeah.
Yep, thirst.
Yep. What's that thing from the 90s? Obey your thirst. I know that was a slogan for some... Okay, we're getting... Yeah.
Well, Rauru, you're supposed to, in Vanilla, get the shield spell. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, Naburu, they got fire there normally. Oh, Sprite, there you go. Yeah, so
Want Sprite
basically,
cranberry?
in Naburu, you have to reach down into a fountain of Sprite and just scoop it up into your hands and like force feed it to some lady.
So you're gonna force feed a Sprite cranberry to somebody?
Yep, totally, man.
Yep.
Trails is gonna get killed by Hammerhead. This is gonna be funny.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
He already took 2 bops. Oh no! No, he survived! Oh no! Oh yes! At the very end.
At the last second.
Oh man. Well, Hammerhead's main bullet hurts, but I think he would have gotten killed by anything at that point. He was a little aggressive. Has he
He's
tried
still playing
fire?
aggressive.
Oh yeah. And it's working out better this time. This time his aggression is a little bit more focused. But yeah, the main fireball from Hammerhead is actually really strong. Okay, RCS finding the cross. In Nukasudo.
Ew.
Yeah, it's okay.
Ew.
Aw, and Trail's missing the swag key.
I think if I saw the cross, I wouldn't even pick it up.
Well, I mean, you might get a
Invisible
lecture from your
Moas?
grandma.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not Catholic.
Well, let's see. I mean, yeah, invisible modes, they can be a pain sometimes. Oh, wow, RCS, since he has spell, he's getting the second item here. Oh, well. Okay, he's getting the spell. Nice. Fairy can be required for mini seats. So this trip is worth it so far for him. I know he doesn't like going into palaces without Fairy, especially GP. But he's kind of gotten over that.
He's
Still.
gonna just jump right up on in there.
Yep.
Amazing toaster. Or not? He doesn't have jump, I forgot.
Oh yeah, and they don't have Fairy, so they can't get it. But maybe he'll get jump right here. And there's the trophy. RCS is being very cautious about picking it up. Oh, Amazing Toaster does get jump.
Well, that's convenient.
Turn around.
Jump back on the roof. Hurry.
He's not.
What?
He's... Oh, okay,
Just
he
leave.
just wanted to check the last hand. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're still looking for the glove, so... It's better to get a hint.
What's RCS doing in Saria?
RCS is in Nukasudo right now.
Oh.
He just picked up all the stuff, and he doesn't want to up an A. So he's just gonna walk out. Oh, nice little grave, mass graveyard.
I don't know why I thought he was in Saria. Maybe the color palette. Can't see that nice tint of blue, you know?
Yep. Alright, so Schmitty is now fighting the Helmet Head. Trails picked up
The
flute in whatever palace he was in. I
The
kind of
whistle.
missed it. Oh, he was in P2, wasn't he? He was still in P2.
Yep.
Yeah, because he got it while moving left, so that means P1, P5, or P2, and it definitely wasn't P1 or P5. So good find. I don't think we've seen a use for the flute yet, but maybe.
I would say dunk one more gem and go through Death Mountain if I were Trails.
Oh, putting that flute to use. An Amazing Toaster is at one of the Eastern Hyrule item caves. I don't think we've seen this one before. Maybe he's going to be the first one to pick up the boots. And RCS is going to have an easier time in Darunia because he has the fairy spell already, so he's just going to more cleanly go through this.
So, where was Fairy? Is it just a
Fairy
trophy?
was in New Kasuto.
Oh.
I don't think he's turned in trophy yet. Oh yeah, and Amazing Toaster just found a magic container. I think maybe RCS already picked this one up because they have the same number of magic containers. Cool little tiny swamp in a valley here. It's P6 or P3. Since Amazing Toaster has a life spell, he gets to refill here without having to
Up and A.
reset. Yep, gets to keep his experience. This I think is P6, which is a little unfortunate. P6
Amazing Toaster is about the level.
No, he's not going to kill. Oh, he did kill it. Cool. And Doom Knockers often have a lot of hit points, and he still got level 4 sword. And he's about to fight. Oh, no, he noped out.
They're using the 4 sword? What?
Yes.
Is this 4 sword randomizer? Are we playing with 4 people?
Yeah, we are playing with 4 people.
Oh my lord.
Did you not notice?
Oh no, I'm commentating on the wrong game.
Well, it's been working so far. I think these guys are still looking for the boots. I think they want to find those boots.
Who took the game from me?
Could have been anyone. Maybe it was me. Trails is also in P6, and he's gonna fight. A wise choice, I think.
Mini boss first.
Yeah, well, okay, maybe not a wise choice. I just want to see this. This boss is a lot easier with downstab. There's a little trick you can do. Oh, we got downstab on Amazing Toaster. He's the first one to pick it up, I think. I know RCS knows he can get it, and he knows that he can turn in his statue, but he hasn't up an 8 for it yet, but he just up an 8 now, so that's probably what he's going to do.
And there he goes.
Nicely done. Good fight from Trails. He's probably hoping to pick up a level at least. But I don't like this, what Trails is doing. He's going to fall down here, and one of the places he can fall to is probably going to lead him into a bunch of hammer block bricks. So hopefully he is a little luckier than that. Oh, yep, turn around. That's one of the blocks. Actually, I think there's 3 blocks in this. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd have to look at the map. He's good so far. The more he drops, the more likely he's going to come. Yeah.
If he hits another wall, that city's got an up and A.
And especially if he keeps on dropping.
It's really hard to jump up 3 blocks.
Yeah, it can be. Especially if you don't have much, oh, good jump there. Especially if you don't have much horizontal clearance. Like, you can't get a running start. Oh, Trails is not going to be picking up that free life. He is going as fast as he can. Yeah. Hope that doesn't bite him in the butt. He found the Canadian drop room. And he's saying, nope, I don't want to risk falling. Because he knows where falling is going to possibly lead him to a room he has to up and A out of.
Or spike trap. That's not in the game.
This is kind of a clutch moment for Trap. Okay, never mind.
Oh. That lag.
I think the Doom Knockers are a little weak today, or the sword's a little strong. Because those Doom Knockers are going down pretty easily. Oh, he did take a death.
Ouch.
Probably wishing he picked up that life now. But it's going to be easy taking on what he's got here, or just skipping what he's got now, without the Doom Knocker in his... If the glove's in here, this is going to be big, but probably not. And RCS is going to be getting to Nibiru in just a moment. And Trails is no.
Found Raru.
Naburu, yeah.
Sure.
For reals, man. It's got a sign and everything.
They all have signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Raru. Right?
No.
Oh, fountain.
No.
Pretend. Shush. Shush.
See,
It totally is. I know. It's because they don't read that sign, so I never know. We should just edit the sprites to every town sign. The only problem is it uses the same one.
Well, no, because it's gonna be loaded up in a
in text
you could
box,
change it
yeah.
for East and West. East and West could have different signs.
Yeah, but to name all the towns individually is what I'm saying. On the sprite, instead of having to load a text box.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
That'd be brutally more easier.
Just for you.
Just for me.
Let's use half of the video memory for that.
Yep.
Sounds good. Link's walking around.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's just a bunch of letters. Sprite found indeed. Reach into that pool of Sprite.
Trails is on his last life, so
He's being forced to Canadian drop. He's gonna have to do this without jump. This is not looking good for Trails. Oh god, Trails, why?
went down with him.
Worked out though. And here's Barba, but he didn't find the item, so he's gonna have to place this gem and come back inside. Or
You know what's really depressing? Look at his XP.
No, he's good. He'll get experience for this, unless he dies. This is his last life, and he's got a long fight
That's
with
what
Barba.
I'm saying. If he gets knocked in, do you know how depressing that's going to be?
It's not gonna be depressing for me.
Oh my! How much health does Barba have?
Probably
Extended
normal.
health.
Maybe a little extended. Maybe like 25% extra.
This is taking quite some time.
Well, he's got 4 attack.
Yeah, then again, you're supposed to have like 6 at this point, right?
Yeah, 6 or 7. Speedrunners definitely have 8 by now.
Speedrunner vanilla, you mean, that grinds out for a good minute.
No, you just control how you gain and spend your experience. You can get it without grinding. Oh, don't make any mistakes, Trails. I'm kind of rooting for him this time. Oh, that was so close. I don't want to see something this painful happen.
What? Get knocked in by lava?
Yeah.
Or knocked in by fireball in the lava and die and lose all that experience?
Oh, is it gonna be like Helmet Head and he gets knocked in right as he kills it?
I'm getting concerned that, like, the very right part of... What? That's what I'm saying. The very right part of his foot would get clipped by the fire, and he'd lose all of his experience. I knew that was gonna happen as I'm calling it. Oh my god. As I was calling it. I had to say something like Radin said. I had to say something.
Oh man, that was wonderful.
I just Trails, I'm sorry.
There's like 2 hits left.
Trails, I'm so sorry if you're gonna listen to this pod. Somebody's gonna highlight this. I'm just saying this now. I'm sorry. But you were playing the risk game, man. That was risky playing.
That's what happens when you do P4 with no up stab, no down stab,
P6.
no jump. Sorry, yeah,
No
P6
down
with no down stab, no up stab, no jump, no reflect, and only attack 4. But still,
The one time I'm not being a jokester on stream.
well, you played a joke on Trails.
That was a joke? That was more like a jinx.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awful.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right, Croc. You did skip over that free life. Ooh.
Oh. I just feel worse now.
But that was a long fight.
I don't even want to do commentary anymore for the rest of the day.
RCS has found a nice, easy palace. I don't think he's gonna die here. Trails is freaked out by what just happened. He just almost missed the special spell hut, we're gonna call it, on Speed Gaming 1.
Yeah, I probably just forfeit after that out of embarrassment.
Just be like, good night.
Yeah.
Nah, but Trails is a very good sport. He's gonna play through it, of course.
Platinum
but...
Golem, yeah, he should have
Ouch.
taken the Link Doll while he saw it. That was possibly the highest HP for Barbara I've seen. Highest for me, too.
It just looks like it because he's an attack 4.
Yeah.
I think it was 25% extra. It can be 50% extra.
I just feel like that was a lot of health just for that. And for him to go through all that and then only 2 hits left.
Yeah. It wasn't 1, but I think it was 2, yeah.
I'd up-A my life away. No option for that.
These guys still have not found glove. Still have not found boots. Wherever boots is, it's like the last thing to find on this continent, except for the actual like water tile. If boots ended up on water tile, then we can just fire Dig Shake. Get another programmer.
No.
Actually, nah. I like Dig Shake. He control us like that.
So is there any other possible commentator's curse that I could pull tonight?
Please do.
Barbecued.
Nice title.
As I was saying, I'm concerned that the left side of his foot might get clipped. And I'm thinking that in my head, I'm like, he's jumping really close to them fireball lines, right?
Yeah.
And then it clips him.
Yeah, right when he's making his big jump.
And I know I'm like a few seconds behind you on the RTMP, but I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Oh, well,
I just...
it did.
If I curse another person, I'm just gonna end commentary. I'm just gonna leave.
Make someone die to Horsehead.
All right.
RCS isn't gonna die. He just beat Horsehead.
Okay. I'm gonna say not Trails again because that's just cruel. You want me to...
what did Toast want to be called again? Scooter. Yeah.
You want me to say he should die to Guma?
No,
Guma's...
sure.
Horsehead?
That's not even...
Horsehead.
Yeah, Horsehead. Scooter's gotta die to Horsehead somehow. The Glass Joe of Zelda 2.
Oh, Raiden.
Oh, MK Raiden? Yeah. That's not how you say it.
Is that like when I'm reading out loud Ninja Gaiden?
Well,
Where some people call it Ninja Gaiden?
yeah, I think it's like that.
How many people call it Gaiden at first?
I mean, watch The Wizard.
I did for a while.
It's actually not a bad movie. It's not a good movie. It's not a bad movie.
Ooh, I said a bad word on stream.
Nah.
Gaiden?
Nah.
Wow. Okay, good. I totally didn't hint towards any homosexual tendency.
Yeah.
By complete accident, without realizing it.
Amazing Toaster picking up his cross.
I guess that's commentator curse 1.5.
Yeah, well, let's have you use your curse on Horsehead.
Nothing wrong with it. No, there is something completely wrong with that.
Alright, we got Trails on his rematch with Barba. Let's see what happens.
Oh no.
Do it, Trails. You still have the same exact everything.
If he gets smacked in again, I'd literally just shut my game off midstream.
He seems composed this time. Composed but angry.
I put a salt shaker on my stream and just say, that's it. Good night.
Oh, okay. That's where he died last time. Basically making that jump a little too early. Oh! Almost a little too early that time again. And he almost just slipped off. Oh, you know what'd be great?
What?
Ice physics on these platforms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to add more depth to the game. Silly things. Like, what if you could add ice physics to the platforms?
That'd be fantastic. RCS, he found the boots somewhere. I don't know where they were found, but he picked up the medicine from the water spot. So that's a good pickup. He's probably going to be getting Thunder or something like that. Yeah, I think he just wants to prove that he can. We know he can, but we also know that he can die. So don't let him tell you otherwise.
Can no one tell him that I cursed him by accident?
Wow, that health. Okay. Okay, he's not dead yet.
Okay, good. Trails did it.
As long as he gets the key, he's fine. Alright. If he gets the key, the boss
He
won't
drops
reappear.
in lava and he can't get through the door.
I think actually if you get the experience, the boss doesn't reappear. Yeah. Alright, so RCS turning in his medicine, Trails picking up his pride. RCS getting Reflect, that is definitely a required spell. Unless that was on fire. Actually, I think fire might be life. Nah.
So, we haven't seen P4, P5 yet, right?
No, we've seen P4. It's on, it's on Western. I don't think I've seen P5, though. Not sure where it is.
Amazing Toaster just grabbed them boots.
Excellent. Because that is a required item.
Is it?
Yep. You need the boots to get the medicine to get Reflect.
P5 was on Maze Island. I'm saying, like, we haven't
okay.
seen anyone really go in it.
Wait, they noped out of P5 when they went to Maze Island? Well, they didn't want to fight Boss Gum with free attack? Come on. I would have done it.
I'd have done it.
I would have done it. There's like only one possible block in P5, and that's
gonna make an attempt
fair.
on P4 as well.
But yeah, the only block in P5 is the eco key, where you need fairy to get up, but that's only in one direction, and that's only if you actually need that room to get across. So I don't think the palace is that bad.
Did RCS ever get Reflect?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess I never seen him get it.
Yeah, I think that was at the same time that Trails was getting his revenge.
Yeah, I was busy focused on Trails, so I don't feel cursed.
Glove! Alright, where is he? He's in P3. Remember where I was saying going to P3? And they were like, no, let's not go into P3?
Totally.
Yep. So that's where Glove was all along.
P4?
Oh, are they in P4?
That's where RCS was, P4.
Okay, P4, yeah. Okay, well.
We're looking
yeah,
at too many
never mind.
screens at once.
Also, my my stream quality is not that great for some reason.
Same here. I don't know why. Maybe it's the restream bot. I blame
It's
that.
good. It's good enough for an NES game, though.
Good enough for that 8-bit quality.
Yeah. And it's got a good frame rate. That's what matters. It doesn't freak out on which some others have.
Speaking of Zelda 2, don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but right after the Link's Awakening on E3 was announced,
Uh-huh.
a Nintendo employee leaked that they are remaking Zelda 1 and 2.
Wait, Really?
Somehow, yeah, with basically 3D.
That's amazing. I will buy.
We don't
I'll buy that game
not
so
confirmed,
fast.
but developer leaked it.
A developer.
Well, staff.
I was
Nintendo
gonna say,
staffer.
like, I don't imagine like some random.
It's not like on highlight news. There's no news article.
Like, I mean, I don't imagine
Privately over Reddit.
that like some map maker or like model maker or something programmer came to E3 to do that. But
I just wish they
That's
would
great.
do Zelda Yura. I don't like all these remakes, man.
Or Zelda's kind of like a remake.
No, it is not.
You know, it's sort of.
Aura is Master Quest and Ocarina of Time combined. It's not existent. It's gone. They ripped the game in half.
Well, no, it's more than that. It was
ripped the
supposed to
game
be more than that.
I'm sad, Panda. They took that game, and then they swung a Master Sword right down the middle of it. Makes me sad.
I kind of. Well,
Could
we
you
can talk
imagine if
about
something
this.
like that happened to Zelda 2? I mean, it'd be terrible.
Zelda 2 was probably already released and complete. We know. Actually, I kind of know it was because it's so much.
But what if it was half the game it is right now? Like, smaller, boring, only 3 palaces.
That would be unfortunate.
That's what it's like.
I played them both. I know exactly about those two games.
Have you played them to the point where you don't get hit, period?
Yeah, that was my first playthrough. Alright, Schmitty Games, picking up his boots. Come on, Ocarina of Time is easy.
Sometimes.
I mean, not randomized.
When you
but, like,
overconfidently think it is, and then you go in and then it's not. And even if it's a randomizer, it still hurts your brain.
no, I'm just saying, randomizer, I could see being harder, but, like...
Vanilla, to me, seems harder than randomizer because you get free items. Sometimes you'll get Megaton Hammers so early that it doesn't matter. And if you're doing swordless, that's just even more fun.
Yeah. Alright, Trail's turning in his trophy to get Shield. Not what he's looking for, unfortunately, but he probably would have used that in a few places if he had the option. Arceus finishing up his P2 with confidence now that he has the glove.
Now, the only one, and I guess Trails is going back to Death Mountain, the only one that has done P6 so far is Trails. You think anyone else is gonna die on P4? Yeah, P6? I don't know why I said 4. Think anyone else is gonna die on Barba?
No, but I think someone almost died to Karok last time.
I want
Someone
someone
else-
to die to Barba.
I do too, but it's not going to happen.
I mean, Amazing Toaster did Horsehead with ease. We gotta make him die to Barba. Every racer tonight has to die to Barba.
But I know that's not going to happen.
What if it did, though?
I would give you $1. Is that not enough?
That's more than enough.
Trails is digging Death Mountain. I don't want to say he's wrong, because I don't think anyone has Thunder yet.
I said early on that it'd be recommended that after he dunked 2 gems to get some experience and levels, to head right to Death Mountain, because he might be blocked on something.
Well, that was bad. That was bad advice, because there was nothing in there.
Never know.
Alright, so... Let's see, what spells are they missing? They have all of the spell items. They have the child, they got that early on. They have the medicine, they have the trophy. None of those led to Thunder. What town are they missing? Old Kasuto. Thunder and Old Kasuto. It's probably... Old Kasuto's probably boots blocked. Arceus did not die to Hammerhead. I'm sorry, Horsehead. Yeah, Helmet Head. Every kind of head, whatever.
Metalhead.
Metalhead.
This is Jack and Dexter, Randomizer, Part 5.
Jack and Dexter. I've actually never played those. But
Kind of makes me want to do a
race.
resprite of him on, Zelda 2 now.
That'd be cool. Oh, is that? I was gonna say, is just crossing this river enough to get the last spell? That's an interesting, weird river. I think possibly impossible. I don't think rivers work that way.
They don't.
Which is something that I realized, or was told recently.
Is Amazing Toaster just going to do this in order?
Looks like it.
Like I'm saying bosses. Like P1, P2, P3.
So far, so good. And he's gonna have Reflect soon, right?
So vanilla, but...
Looks like RCS and Trails are competing against each other in P5, except, here's the thing, RCS knows he doesn't need any more spell items, and he doesn't need any more items, so Trails might actually look for the item in futility. Trails, unfortunately, does not have the glove or the boots or the medicine, so he might think he needs stuff. Probably just candle in this palace or something.
Most likely.
Ooh, nice. Oh, well, not really. Okay, never mind. Some of these rooms in P5 can be a lot harder if you can't break the blocks. Especially if you got like Goombas and Blue Iron Knuckles and stuff behind them. Mason Toaster has found Old Kasuto. This is probably going to be Thunder. Unless someone else found it and I didn't notice. Yep, there it is. I hope he doesn't up an A. Good. Because I want to see where this is.
But what is it?
It's just right there?
Escape alive.
Oh, okay, but Arceus already had Thunder. So Arceus doesn't need anything. Arceus is in, he's full Thick Shake, or Go Mode, or however you want to say it. I just didn't notice.
When you say Go Mode, like, what is the abbreviation for Go? Is it just Go? Game on? I mean, I don't know.
Oh no, it just means you can go. You can go for the goal.
It's a stop sign.
It's a go sign. It means no stopping.
It's reverse.
Alright, Trails versus Boss Kuma. What are you thinking? He still has attack 4?
Well, commentator's curse, he's gonna get chain balled.
Well, he's doing okay so far, but he hasn't cast Shield. Because he can't.
He has no magic.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly what N.
So then, should it be
9103
GC mode?
No, because it's not done.
But you're in game completion mode. You're ready. You're ready to complete the game.
No, game completion mode is when you're done and you're talking to the commentators.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Trails. Oh.
You're in CC mode, commentator curse mode.
Yeah, that's
like I
definitely
just
true.
said. Ah, that's yeah. I'm just gonna not speak for the rest of Trail's fight. I'm just gonna mute my mic in shame.
He can do this, but he's not doing this. I know he can do this. He's a great racer. He's just not got it right now. But he has Fire Life, so... You know, we were talking about fire-linked spells before this. Fire gets real cheap. Even at Magic 5, he can cast Life like 4 times after Shield, so... That's the only thing that saved him in this fight.
Trails had to use life twice.
No, he's used it 4 times.
What?
Yeah. He cast it twice and then another twice.
My brain hurts.
Oh, it's gonna be okay.
No, it is not okay. I've jinxed this man twice.
Well,
I don't feel too happy about that.
well, you know.
You do.
Feel happy about it.
Not me.
I feel happy about it, yeah, totally.
What does chat think?
I think that attack 4 took forever. I don't think it took that long.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
But I think you should think about, you know, maybe
It was
not
doable,
increasing
but
his-
like, he's getting way too aggressive.
See, I think he needs... I don't know.
I should go to hell for it? Yeah. I'm already there.
But check this out. Like, he hasn't gained another sword level. He just took the life level. He doesn't need that life level. I kind of feel like he should have just... He's looking for the item. So he should have just walked out the door instead of up and A and like walked back in. He would have kept the experience and he could have got more experience as he was going. Got that extra sword level. Because he's going to need it against Thunderbird. And,
So, hear me out. I have a theory. What if it's Trails' like sister or something that's playing, and he's like telling her how to play, and then he joins the chat at the end and says, "Hey, look, by the way, that wasn't me playing, and it's all a big jape."
Well, then I'd say Trails' sister is pretty good. Not as good as Trails, but pretty good.
Yeah, we could pretend, right? In a world where Trails is actually this good.
Trails is great. He's my hero.
He's too good.
Alright, let's look at the bottom screens for a little while.
Alright. Yeah, we gotta take our eyes off Trails.
I know it's hard.
It's like watching a train wreck.
Well, just sometimes. I mean, I'm not on the restream, so you can't say that about me.
I do that all the time.
Schmitty picking up his down stab, and he's got all of his hearts. Unfortunately, I guess he was looking in all the wrong places. Looking for hearts in all the wrong places.
It's not Valentine's Day, calm down.
Oh, Trails. He found the item.
Candle.
Told you.
He's getting trolled whole
That's pretty
scene.
handle.
1
It's
hour in, I would just forfeit.
Well, the funny thing is, like 1 hour in, he's actually doing pretty well.
Not too bad, but
You
like
know, the average is like 90 minutes.
his
but-
luck though, he would be at like 4 or 5 gems in already.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
on
I
his
think-
5th palace right now.
Yeah, I think he would be in Palace 5 or 6 normally. But he's been having a rough time this go. Alright, so Schmitty up in 80 is going back to the east.
So speaking of weekly remixes, you ready to give me that one-liner you promised me?
You should have used it already.
No.
Alright, what's the actor's name again? Oh, yeah.
No, we're not reusing that. We're not reusing it. You better come up with a new one.
Well, just keep your ears open. RCS, also fighting Boss Kuma, also not doing great. What the heck, guys?
Something that spins.
Ball and chain?
No.
Because
Can-
that's spinning.
It can sometimes be delicious if you put the right sauce on it.
What? Oh,
And then you
I
spin
know
it
what
around.
is.
You know?
Yeah, what's... Gyro. That's what it's called. Gyro.
No. No.
is. Look it up.
You know what it is.
Gyro. Alright, so RCS plays this is Jim.
Gyro.
To call it Euro. And see, RCS wisely took his attack level. Trails, you should learn from the
What is Trails
RCS
trying
man.
to do? Like,
He's trying to catch up. That's what he's trying to do. Yep, that's pretty much the case.
wait, I don't get it. Retrograding Pluto? What? Is that some
He's just
weird
saying
natural
that
phenomenon?
he's just basically commenting that that Trails is getting his butt kicked a little bit, but he's not. I think he still might be in second or third place amongst all our people on stream, so it's not that bad. I just feel like he could be like 10 minutes ahead of where he is right now, at least.
You know, I'm hoping that Trails meets up with RCS to spin this around, if you get me.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, they're
Meets
probably
him
going
with
to
the
meet up
spins
somewhere.
up, you know?
Yeah, they're probably going to meet up somewhere.
Yep.
I think that's probably enough. All right. We got
Just
amazing
once
toaster
on the
fighting
Speed
Bubba.
Gaming channel. Just once.
Why is no one doing the jackhammer strats? Are they all weenies? Schmitty's gonna do it. Once Schmitty gets to P6, I'll be very happy.
Watch, he doesn't do it.
Alright, look how much faster that was with Attack 5.
Amazing Toaster just ripped Barba apart.
Yeah, with just one extra attack level over what Trails had. That level makes a difference.
Pagans hide under the bed? Well, it's a good thing I never understood paganism. What if the Earth did that? Would that turn back time?
No.
Would that rip apart the planet?
No.
Who knows? Why is
it
it
news
featured?
featured?
Who knows?
He usually joins the races late, and so by that time the racers have been decided. I'm pretty sure that's what happened this time.
But here's the better question, N9103. What if this isn't Earth?
This is Hyrule.
This is another planet. This is Earth C140 something, right?
Yes.
Or are we making Rick and Morty references today? Is that what I'm allowed to do?
No.
You know what? We've done a straight hour of decent commentary. We deserve a minute reprieve.
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, we've had a few minutes here and there, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you did ruin Trail's chance of winning, if you think about it.
I mean
it is your
that's
fault.
destruction right there. Can't
I think
take that.
you haven't been shamed enough for this. Oh, RCS ferrying across and has to ferry back. I thought he killed... Wait, didn't he kill Barba? Why is he back in here? What's he looking for?
Good question. Wait,
What?
this isn't.
He's
This isn't
beating Barba.
P6.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Why is he here?
Is he turning around, realizing that it's the wrong palace?
I guess he never killed Barba. My mistake.
No.
No, yeah, he didn't kill Barba. I thought he fought him earlier, though.
My brain shut off just now. I don't remember anything. RCS, come on. Get dunked on by Barba. Doing the risky jump strat.
Yeah, it's a little more risky, but he's not doing the
Jackhammer.
good one, Jackhammer, which is the way you actually are supposed to play everything. I'm disappointed in you, RCS, once again.
Doesn't want to take the risk.
Yep. You know, if you fall off the horse, you gotta jump back on. It's the same thing with, like, lava dragons, right? When you fall off the lava dragon into lava, you gotta jump back on the lava until you're not jumping on lava anymore.
He fell in the spaghetti sauce.
Okay.
And
That's
Trails
another-
actually did P1 without a problem. I hoped that he was going to get murked on Horsehead, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, he was low on magic and health, so if it was gonna happen, it would have happened. Unfortunately, we didn't get what we
Horsehead
wanted.
is just a noob.
Yeah, pretty much.
You die on Horsehead, you just stop playing.
You know what actually would be a funny
What?
graphics hack? To actually make Horsehead literally Glass Joe. Just to change us right into like a French boxer
Oh my god.
from
Stop.
Punch Out.
Stop. And his fist, I'm sorry, the mace that he swings,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
him
a
punching.
squiggly, weak arm.
Yeah. Yeah, the one who just kind of sticks out there and hopes you run into.
Yeah. I really feel like they should just give Horsehead a laser, maybe a lance, you know, something that can be thrown and spammed all over.
That'd be great.
Just make him 5 times worse. Make it so there's an actual chance that he hits you.
Now, I would love for Horsehead to actually be a legitimate threat. Now, RCS and Trails are both jumping their way into lava, making their way through this Valley of Death to the last palace, which is going to be P. This is 3. It's not the last palace. It is for RCS, actually.
Final Fantasy's War Machine spell list.
That
I
sounds
don't
good to
know.
me. Oh yeah, we've switched over to RCS's audio because RCS is clearly in the lead right now.
Is that how this is going?
Yeah. I don't think Trail's going to catch up to RCS unless...
The Youngian doesn't
Unless-
know? What's FF mean? I thought it was Final Fantasy. What's it supposed to mean?
It's Final Fantasy.
Oh.
I was just always more of a Dragon Quest guy, if you're talking about me.
I know a little bit about DK. Not a whole lot, though. Or DQs, might be.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said DK. I think I've been watching too much Nintendo Direct.
I've played Final Fantasy, but I don't have, like, their spell list memorized, unfortunately. It was a long time.
Okay, then, so how would you dodge a nuke if Horsehead would throw a nuke in the room?
You wouldn't...
It just blows up the whole palace?
You would just cast Fairy and give up.
Just suicide no jutsu, is that it?
I'm disappointed in the quality of RCS's audio.
I'm
Sounds
disappointed
so
in the
small.
quality of our jokes and our commentary.
Yeah.
Every night, I lay awake, and I dream of an absolution.
Well...
And I just quote it, Sonic 06.
Oh, is that Sonic 06?
Dreams of an absolution, Silver's theme.
Why would you?
Because science, and I was able to pull it off. You're talking to the meme master. I mean, what did you expect?
You'd reference a better game, which is literally any other game. Fairy or die.
When you play Game of Thrones, you fairy your way.
That's awesome.
I was just saying, wouldn't it be a smart idea to have to where like a chance at every room you get turned into a fairy at random?
No.
I just feel like that'd be funny.
How would you pick up the keys?
Exactly. Exit the room, re-enter, and chances are you might not be a fairy.
Well, that's a dead Rebanak, and with that, the last boss from RCS is dead. Meanwhile, Amazing Toaster is in P5. Let's see if he has a not-so-embarrassing fight against Boss Kuma, unlike our runners on the top here. I think that's where Schmitty is, too. His stream looks a little different colors, but I think it's the same balance.
Some of the palettes are a little harder to see, like Amazing Toaster's a little bit darker.
Yeah. Well, RCS, he knows where
GP is.
GP
so he's just gonna go right
he's
for
just
it.
gonna walk. Oh, he's trying to take a shortcut. No shortcut today.
Yeah, there's a rock there. You're gonna have to go around the long way, buddy.
That's sad.
Didn't he already know that rock was there? That you can't just go south?
I don't know.
I think he did.
Well,
Whatever.
I don't think
Still
you
gotta
can
get there.
see it until you actually start. Schmitty's having a tough time in this lava room in P6. I think he'll make it through, though. Yeah. Oh! Do it. Oh, sorry, P5. My bad. Oh, and here's Boss Guma. Alright, so if Schmitty beats Boss Guma, then... Nope. Okay. But he's got a lot of lives. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Schmitty's got attack 8. That's the thing. Because
Grand.
Schmitty does that. Yeah.
Why does he have attack?
Because he's good at at managing his experience.
Just look at that.
Yeah, and watch, he's gonna have like...
He's gonna get a bunch of levels.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. So, I think Schmitty might... Yeah, Schmitty's ahead of Trails. He's just gotta beat P6. That should be pretty easy.
Isn't it possible to freeze the game if you leave while gaining the last bit of XP before leveling?
Maybe.
I did read about that it is possible to happen. Has that ever happened here?
Kind of stuff like that. I'm guessing everything's happened in this Zelda 2 randomizer speedrunning community.
And then again, I mean, I don't expect any different.
Well, you definitely shouldn't expect any better. RCS making good use of that jump spell. With proper timing of your attack, you can make it up there in one jump, so not like that.
You can soft lock the game if you exit a screen on the frame up to level up. Box comes up. Yeah,
That sounds
that's
about
what
right.
I thought. Well, at least it's not as bad as Pokemon Red and Blue, right?
Ooh. Early Thunderbird. That means we could have
Yippee.
a miserable GP from now on. Let's hope.
Is it demanded to be long, or is it short? Or rando?
No, it's short GP.
Yay!
But, I like long GP.
I don't like long GP, that's the worst. Just get
You know,
on
honestly,
with it.
if he kills this Thunderbird, it might be a good idea to up an A. Because he's at the very beginning of the palace, basically. I think he's like 3 rooms in. But he's gonna go, you know.
Just go
Time
for
is
it.
time. And Schmitty took made quick work of that Rubenak in P6. This is his last palace too. And Amazing Toaster is in his last palace, P5. Oh, wow. Did RCS die to an orange Foca? Oh, that's embarrassing.
Right, Raiden? That's what I believe. Couldn't it just be that simple? We already know. Maybe have like 1 or 2 rooms of like fire chickens and that's it.
There have been GPs like that for sure, and those are just disappointments.
I just like those. It just makes our lives easier, and then we have some good fun in the commentary booth.
Well, RCS taking no chances sparing through that bullet room. Doesn't want to take any unnecessary damage. Willing to pay the magic cost for that. Those bullets are hard. Like when you get the vertical bullets in those rooms, they're really, really, really hard to dodge.
What, the bubbles?
Yeah, when they come vertically, because the floor is so low. Okay, there it is. See?
Wow.
See how boring this was? It's
No,
your
it'll get
fault.
fun because now RCS is going to come in here and we're going to have so much fun.
Commentator's curse.
And you know what? We're going to clap our hands just because he's pretty much already done it.
Yeah, Dark Link is not really a threat.
Well, I mean, if this was the Famicom version, then, you know, you can't use the crouch down left corner trick. Because for whatever reason, Famicom AI for Dark Link was much harder? Question mark?
Yeah, I haven't played that version. But, yeah,
You should
RCS
try
is
it.
finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 25 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for him, please. And Trails finally gets a glove. Oh. Yeah, that's this kind of a seed.
I guess this was Trail's bad luck night.
Very much so.
So are we gonna tell RCS that I jinxed Trails?
I think that's your responsibility. I'm not taking the fall for you, buddy.
Alright, I'll tell him. I'll tell him the reason why he won on the restream tonight.
And even though we have a lot of racers and a lot of really good racers that are not on the restream, RCS did finish first out of all the racers, so good job on that. Yeah, RCS is coming in.
There he is.
Hey!
Hey, RCS.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Amazing.
Perfect, yeah. Me too.
So, I didn't want to specify this, but I kind of, commentator cursed Trails into dying on Marba.
Wait, what happened?
He was
with the
about to
commentators?
level, he had, 1500 out of 1600 XP.
Uh,
Died on Marba on the last hit.
oh
And
my
was
goodness.
sent all the way back to the beginning to the dungeon, so, your palace.
Yeah, and that was a pretty terrible palace too.
Yeah.
I think he actually up and A'd then and ended up coming back into that palace, but he was intent on beating Barba with 4 attack. So,
Actually, yeah, if I remember right, like I took a long path there, but like if you knew exactly where you were going, it wasn't so bad. So if he had to make a second trip in, that's not too terrible. But losing the level, I mean, that's very demoralizing.
yeah. Well, Sweet Love actually finished second place. See, Sweet
Wow.
Love is really, really getting very good.
Oh yeah, he's an emerging player, beating some very good players. You gotta like the way he plays.
Yeah. It'd be
This
interesting.
seed... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to check out his restream. I don't really know his playstyle that much.
Yeah, me either. He doesn't really commentate as of yet on his play or anything like that. So it's hard to get a feel for exactly what he's thinking. But you know, if you just look at the results that he has, I mean, for a player as new as he is, they're good. You know, it's pretty prolific.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All I was going to say about this seed was I think it did sort of favor my style of play. I held off. I didn't want to do any palaces early. Just hold off and explore everything I could. And one of the last things you come across is the boots, which leads to the medicine on the water tile, yields reflect, which prompts you to go into 4 for the glove. and from there it was a piece of cake. But yeah, it made you hold off and sweat.
Yeah, Trail's last palace was P4, so he just got the glove. Which means, I guess, he didn't need the glove for any of the other palaces, which is...
That's true. I was actually disappointed to see that 3 and 6 weren't glove blocks, since I was so patient in getting the glove. That I felt like that could work against me, but it didn't, as it turns out.
Yeah, sometimes I get what you're saying, though. Because if you have to nope out of a bunch of rooms and they're all the wrong room, then that's great, actually.
Yeah, it's great if your opponent.
Amazing Toaster and Schmitty have just both completed Thunderbird.
Yep, this turns out
Trails is behind.
Yeah, there's a force drop shortly after T-Bird. You go one room to the right and it's a dead end, and then from there, the first elevator takes you right to Dark Link. So this is going to be a photo finish.
Yeah, and that's totally the meta route to take. So everyone should go that way, unless someone decides to buck some trends or something.
This might be a first of me seeing Trails be last on the restream.
Yeah, usually Trails
He gets second at most, or third.
Yeah, or first. He gets first a lot.
Never
Basically, if you
fourth.
see me and Trails on the stream at the same time, he's going to be beating me. That's usually what it's going to be.
Unless I'm there to commentary curse.
Please do.
Alright. Just remind me when you race. And make sure you wake Freako or Wolfang up so I can do my thing.
Trails did something weird with the blocks and was paying for it in a little bit of time, but he did get up there. So, what you planning on doing with the randomizer tournament? You going to be planning to lose to me? Because that's the only way I have any chance if you actually throw them at me.
Yeah, I don't know. I ran into such good luck last year. I don't know if I could ever duplicate what I did last year, but I'll give it a shot.
Has the bracket been made?
No, the pairings are going to be randomly generated. It's a Swiss pairing, which means you get paired against people of a like record as you. But when you're 0 and 0, that means it's truly random.
Now we got Amazing Toaster just entered the chat with us. GG, Amazing Toaster.
Trails is last. Just now getting on Dark Link. Ow.
So are you okay over there?
Well, this was a 6-man race where first place and last place were separated by about 7 minutes. That's a pretty tight packing of.
Wait, this is gonna be everyone?
Yeah.
Wow, that is very unusual. Very
that was
cool.
a dumb glove.
You didn't want to jump into P4 without reflect?
Not without reflect. Luckily, I could do everything else.
Yeah, I definitely understand. I think that is the wise decision to make. You don't want to run into Karok and do the same room, do a couple of the same rooms multiple times for sure.
To answer Mew Mew fans' question, the tournament is on July 14th.
Awesome. Oh,
so there's plenty of time to sign up.
Yeah, Mew Mew, why don't you sign up? I gotta sign up. So in general,
should I joke sign up?
Probably. So Amazing Toaster, in general, other than the glove, what are your favorite and least favorite parts of that seed?
Fire on or Life on Fire wasn't too bad. A little bit goofy on where you had to go to get things going.
I agree. I really hated this overworld, especially the Eastern.
I have an idea where the desert tile is, but I never saw it.
The desert tile was very, very near the Maze Island Bridge. It was just a heart container.
Did I just not see it? That's weird.
Yeah, it was. I'm not sure if the bridge was visible from the desert tile, but they were very close to each other. One thing that I never found was one of the Peabag caves. One of the eastern Peabag caves. I believe the one we call the Risen Peabag Cave. Never found it.
So Trails has just joined us now, and I have to tell Trails something. I did some commentary curse on you, and you died on Barba. I am very, very sorry.
It's all good. Shit happens sometimes.
That looks very frustrating.
It was, man, because it was a long walk back, and Attack 4 Barba sucked.
Oh yeah. And then when you came back, you still had attack 4, but you made it on that one.
Yeah, you know, the whole seed was gloveless up until G.
Wait, there was a
Yeah,
need
the
for
whole seed
gloves?
was gloveless except for GP. Yeah, because
Yeah,
that was the last item that you got.
You needed glove like 2 rooms into GP, but other than that, you could do the rest of it without.
Yeah, I had a really rough time with this one, man. I hate when overworlds are all shitty. Like, took me an hour to get the boots. I don't know. I did everything. I did all of Death Mountain. I did 5. I mean, I full cleared the whole seed except for Palace 3 and Palace.
Yeah,
I think Schmitty's muted or something. You trying to say something, buddy?
No,
His microphone is... Oh. It works.
something.
It
Well,
worked
yeah,
for a moment.
that was an unusual seed. But one of the coolest things, as RCS pointed out, is that all 6 of you finished within, 7 minutes of each other? Which is pretty crazy awesome.
And we all got sub 90 too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too. You don't often see that with this many people playing one seed.
Dude, this seed sucked so bad, dude. And I
Yeah,
100% it.
I know you had to stay very patient with this seed, and this is the kind of seed that I don't think anyone truly enjoyed.
Yeah,
Well,
I,
I liked it.
I found. I even
it's
found the
fine
specs
if you're
on that.
watching. It made me nervous the whole time. I'll put it that way. I couldn't find one of the eastern pea bag caves to save my life, and if the glove had been there, I mean, good night, Irene.
Did you
I
have
think you
boots?
probably couldn't find the one that was up north of 1.
Didn't that have the boots in it though?
No, well, one of the caves had the boots. I couldn't find the other one.
The other one had a magic container, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was the sunken P-Bag cave. The risen one was the one that had the boots in it.
Okay, yeah, I think then I found the risen one. It was the sunken one I couldn't find. Does anyone remember where it was, just vaguely, just roughly?
It was.
You could get to it without going through a cave, I think, in the east.
I think you needed the flute to get to it, but then it was right there, kind of.
Oh, it was somewhere near the River Devil Pass?
Yeah.
Okay, you could actually work your way around the River Devil without the flute, but I know what you mean. We're hearing 4 tiles underneath P6. That's roughly like where Valley of Death was.
That sounds about right.
Yes, so I guess I just missed one.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Trails and RCS, you made it through that Valley of Death real fast. I think Trails, you successfully fair-feeded all those encounters, right? You didn't even have to die on that, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, what'd you say, Nightcrawler?
I was just saying, it was pretty fun watching you guys go through Valley of Death, because both you and RCS were doing that at the same time, and you both went through it pretty quick, but you were especially fast with your fairy feet.
What about that? What about that last Maze Island item that was off in that bottom left-hand corner? That was like,
Oh, I wasted a lot of time on that garbage.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, me too.
That Maze Island was just terrible.
I mean, you
Well, you
literally
go-
had
go
to
with
circle
P5,
around
by
to
the
the
way.
other side at the bottom left
Yeah.
corner to get to it, and it wasn't even worth it.
you had to go
Yeah.
through all those encounters just to get all the way back to that spot. I don't know. I probably up in A might have been cool.
Yeah, if Maze Island has, I don't know how many in enemy encounters it has, maybe, 7 or 8? I probably took about 9 of them through having to backtrack and whatnot.
When you guys got there, I was thinking, well, why don't they just go get the boots first? Because they know that the boots are in east, So go get the boots and then come back here, and you clear it a lot faster. But the boots were found very late on in the seed, even though you guys had the hints pretty early. So it wasn't so easy to get to, I guess.
If I see Maze Island that early, I kind of have to have it. I was kind of hoping for Flute. That would make navigation a little easier. Or, of course, Glove would have been good. But no, it was garbage and garbage.
Well, no, you got the magic key.
Was it? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Key was in Kid Cave.
Although, I wasn't even doing palaces at that time. And, I hadn't, come across Fairy before I started doing palaces. So the key wasn't even that huge a deal in this particular instance. But, yeah, I suppose it's not garbage.
Mm. Well, so you guys in general, yeah, you made it through. But any of you guys especially enjoy this race? It sounds like all of you were frustrated by it at least a little bit.
I had the most inexplicable path through P6 I could ever imagine. I screwed up twice, and they were both the right things to happen.
Yeah, if you went in there without the glove, it was going to help you a lot.
Yeah, there was a loop.
Went in there, and I was already way in go mode. And
Yep.
I missed one of the right-hand drops, which ended up being a good thing because I just kept going, and then I missed Canadian hole. Didn't even remember what room I was in. Walked into the Canadian hole, and I was right at Barba. I was like, that's just amazing.
Hey, sometimes it works out like that, and that's okay,
All right. Well, I guess that's going to be about it for today, unless you guys have any last comments.
This seed could choke on a fatty, and I don't mean a marijuana cigarette either.
Nothing. Just thanks for the commentary, guys. Thanks for the race. Always a good time. Have a good night.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
So Nightcrawler, do you are you gonna join the tournament?
Yeah, I'm going to join the tournament as soon as I remember to sign up. Which
So
is as soon as we
should
stop.
I join the tournament as well, jokingly, or
If you're gonna show up to the races, yeah, go for it.
I mean,
Let's see
if
how
the
you do.
brackets are the nights of 26 coming up as well, it's gonna be a problem.
Oh well, you
I
plan the
plan on
race.
I plan on meeting Frico in person, so
Yeah, usually you get a week to schedule your races, and then you schedule them with the other person. But yeah, you got to be able to play, every week if you do the tournament.
yeah, that drive me nuts.
Unless you want to just accept a loss. Well, so on the other Speed Gaming channels, we have a Link to the Past Randomizer on Speed Gaming 2, and then
Or if you like reading, I'd love to do that to you.
I mean,
Do you love reading, chat? I love reading.
what?
Books are fun. But anyway, read it out to them anyway.
That was it, pretty much.
Wait, so what's left? What?
Just a Link to the Past Randomizer on Speed Gaming 2, and then there's Wind Waker
There
Randomizer.
needs to be more
but I don't
Ocarina
know
of
what
Time. I'm
that's on.
disappointed. I'm disappointed, man.
It's
That's
done.
all I'm going to be saying. I'm
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure to commentate with you today, Mr. Meme.
Mr. Memes. Is that my nickname, Mr. Memes?
That's what I call you sometimes, right?
So I think I just found your one-liner, just saying my meme's name. Just
Well.
casually. That Great Palace remix is coming.
Do it.
I'm making it now.
Excellent. Well,
You hear these knuckles cracking? That's a musician's hands.
are you going to be streaming that? should
No, I'm just gonna
should
drop
be
that
following.
right in the Zelda 2 Central events.
Excellent. Cool.
I drop it there every week. This time I'm
Well,
gonna
I
play
am
in
looking
general though.
I'll look forward to that, man. I'll check it out. All right. Well, thank you to all the people at Speed Gaming for having
Allowing
us
our
here.
shenanigans.
Yeah, we
We're like the
tried a
two
little bit less
worst.
shenanigans today, but it can be a little annoying sometimes with us. Here.
I think we're professional enough to not get into trouble, right?
Yeah, today.
I just couldn't get you to say meat spin.
No, sure couldn't.
How
And,
many times now?
Thank you for all our viewers for watching. And I'm gonna press the button.
And the button tonight. Goodbye. Did you hit it already?